Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Let's quickly look at these clips together and I'll be back.
I don't recommend it. I love my children. I don't recommend it. I love my children. Would I make the same choices all over again? Can't say for sure. It's a lot of work. And honestly, there's not a lot of payoff.
I'm a mom, and here are some reasons I don't think you should have kids.
Anyway, long story short, coming from a mother, I'm 26 years old, my daughter's 3. I love her to bits, but I will never recommend parenting or motherhood to people that I like, to everyone, not just people that I care about, to everyone. I won't recommend it.
We've talked about how a lot of young people are deciding to stay child free, and we've done videos on Gen X child free by choice women and so many child free by choice women talking about the difficulties of motherhood. But today's video is different because we have moms talking about the difficulties that they experience as mothers. And shout out to all mothers out there, because I know motherhood is one of the hardest jobs ever. A lot of women are out there killing it, no matter how difficult it is. They are taking up the challenge day by day and they are doing their best. And it's not, I tell you, it's not easy. I like the fact that they are being honest about their experiences being moms. It is only the person that is experiencing it that knows where the shoe hurts. So yeah, of course this video is for educational purposes, so we'll hear from the horse's mouth. As many of us that want to be mothers in the future, I think it's important for us to hear from mothers, like hear from their experiences, so you'll be well equipped. So let's watch some clips together.
Not only am I not the kind of parent who gives child-free by choice people a hard time and tells them, you might change your mind, you should have children, it's what you're meant to do. I actually discourage people from having children. You know, like somebody will come to me, a friend, and they'll be like, I think I want to have a baby. And I'm like, okay. It's not for everybody, and I don't recommend it. I love my children. I don't recommend it. I love my children. Would I make the same choices all over again? Can't say for sure. It's a lot of work, and honestly, there's not a lot of payoff. You know, like I guess the payoff will come when they're grown, contributing members to society, which is cool. And there are a lot of really cool moments with my kids, but overall it's mostly just work, you know, and it's a lot of overstimulation, and there's no amount of people telling you about that will ever prepare you for how incredibly overstimulating it is. I was having brunch with a friend yesterday who doesn't have children, and she was like, you know, I just lay in bed when I feel like it in the mornings, and I can take my sweet time getting ready, and I don't have to get up and feed anybody. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. That's all gone. When you have children, that is all gone. You will never again know silence. Yeah. You will never again have a chill, relaxing, slow morning for 18 years. You know, and that's just if you have one. It's longer if you have more than one, like I do. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, child-free by choice people are 100% correct when they say, I put more thought into not having children than anybody with children has put into having children. 100% correct. I did not think about it at all. I didn't plan on having children, but then I found myself pregnant for whatever reason. When it happened, I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. This is cool. It is cool. It is good, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, she's very right. Emphasis on a lot of people do not plan for their children. They don't put enough planning into motherhood, into parenthood. I've said in one of my videos that if a lot of parents had planned for their kids, most people would not be parents today. Most people would be child free, or at least most people would not have the number of kids that they have right now. That's facts. And one interesting thing about parenthood is it is that one job that you don't get paid for. You're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart for the universe. There is no promised gift at the end of it. There is no prize to be won. There is no payment at the end of the day. It's just something you do free of charge as your own quota to the universe. For a lot of people, why they become disappointed is because their mindsets before being parents, when getting into parenthood, is my kids are going to be something in the future and they're going to repay me by, giving me money, taking care of me when I'm older. They think of all the rewards that they might possibly get from parenthood. And then when they get into parenthood and the rewards are not coming, some of them, their children even go no contact with them. That's when it dawns on them that you've been deceived all your life. Apart from that, some don't even wait that long for their children to get old before they will understand. Like she said, she's still a mom, she's still a young mom, and she already sees that there's very little benefit. There's actually very little benefit. A lot of people don't know the kind of work, the kind of money you spend in being a parent. And this is why, as young people, we should not be the generation that goes into parenthood blindfolded or uninformed. I believe information is now out there. So yeah, ignorance is not an excuse. Anyways, let's keep watching.
I'm a mom, and here are some reasons I don't think you should have kids. Before you beat me, hear me out. I'm not saying you should not have kids. I'm just saying I think we should be a bit more intentional about our decision to have kids. A lot of these decisions, I can agree, are largely selfish. We're having kids for our selfish reasons because none of the reasons is beneficial to that child. Number one reason I don't think you should have kids is if you're having kids because you're married and it's just the logical next step. Now, for who? Isn't it your life? You and your husband? Who is making the rules for you? Whatever you and your husband decide is best, or you and your wife decide is best for you, that's what you should do. When you are both ready to have kids, go ahead and have kids. My husband and I waited a year before we started trying to have kids because we both wanted to enjoy being married without having a child or being pregnant, and it was the best decision we made. Second reason I don't think you should have kids is if you're doing it to preserve your family legacy or family name. What happens if you have only girls? Won't you stop at some point? My mom has 4 girls. She only wanted 2 kids, but she tried for the 3rd because her mother told her, it will probably be a boy. It was a girl. The 4th uncle, this time around, it's going to be a boy. It was a girl again. My aunt has 6 girls for the same reason. She tried her very best. So please don't waste your time, okay? The 3rd reason I don't think you should have kids is for your spouse. And it's just logical. So if something happens to your spouse, uncle, what will you do? Will you be okay being a parent without that spouse that you had that child for? Will you resent the child for that? The child didn't ask to be brought to this world. If you're both not on the same page and you're just doing it to compromise, I think you should just take a little time to think deeply about your decision and know anything that happens, I'm ready. I'm the one that chose to do it. And the 4th reason, and I think the most selfish reason, in my opinion, for having kids is so that you can have someone to care for you in your old age. And I don't think that is fair at all. You're going to make sure you do everything possible to make that child successful or go into a successful career. You will want that child to be a doctor, accountant. You will not allow the child creativity to choose their career path because you want to make sure that that child is successful enough to take care of you in the future. You won't give that child creative freedom to express themselves, to explore for themselves what they like, make mistakes and learn. You want to guide every second of it. And it just gives room to trauma, hate. The child can have resentment towards you. I know we have many different reasons for wanting to have kids. There's no right or wrong answer. All I'll just say is be very intentional. It's a decision not to take lightly at all. So don't make it if you're not fully ready and if you haven't really thought deeply about it.
I'm sorry, but I just had to add this. I remember an old friend of mine, we're not friends anymore, that was such a pick-me that she wanted to get married to this guy. According to her, the guy was wealthy and he gave her an ultimatum, and the ultimatum was that she was supposed to get pregnant first. Yeah, I know a lot of people do it. It's common in a lot of places, but I was so disappointed that she fell for that. I couldn't talk her out of it because she had already made up her mind. Like, what do you mean a man is telling you to get pregnant first before he gets married to you? Is he getting married to you for you, or he's getting married for the child that he wants from you? Like, these are the signs that women don't look out for. And this was a person that was already married anyway before she got with him. He was a traditional man that was looking for a male child, and guess what, he wanted a male child, of course, but she ended up giving birth to a female child and 1 female children. Up till date, she has no male child and she's trapped in that marriage. She doesn't have to say it, but it's very obvious that she's trapped and she's suffering in that marriage right now because she has still not fulfilled the purpose for which he got married to her, which is to come and procreate for him. Because of course this man already has female children and he was just looking for a wife that would give him male children, and she has still not given him the male children until today. So tell me the kind of suffering, how would you even, like, how would you cope? Like, how would that marriage turn out? Tell me how that marriage would look like. Tell me how you're going to have good self-esteem in that kind of marriage that you had to get pregnant for the man to deem you worthy. It goes a long way to show us that a lot of women do not fully understand the concept of motherhood, childbearing before jumping into motherhood. Most people just have kids for the wrongest reasons, and I bet you this former friend of mine, she's literally always sad on her status. I don't ask her why, but I know why, because both of us know the foundation of that marriage, and I know we both know that you're not enjoying that marriage. These are just some of the wrong reasons why a lot of people jump into motherhood and end up regretting. And it's very wrong. We need to correct that mentality. Have kids because you want to love on those kids. Have kids because you genuinely wanted those kids, because you want to take care of those kids, because you put a lot of planning and you know this is really what you want.
Children are a burden. Children suck. Children will drain you. But it doesn't mean that children are not good. It depends on your perspectives. As I've said, life is just what it is. The value you attach to something, that is how that thing will be like valuable, as I can say. Don't get me wrong, everything has its good and its bad side, but what I'm about letting you know is this: get ready. You have to put down your life as a mother forever.
I think motherhood is one of the greatest things I've ever done. But actually, I think motherhood is one of the greatest things that anyone who wants to be a mother can do. It is genuinely lovely. Like, it is genuinely soul reviving, and being around children for me is absolutely fantastic. But I would never recommend a woman do it with an American man in the United States of America, now that I have traveled the world. Like, the quantity of stress that you are putting on yourself by having children in a country that culturally does not support women and children, that culturally thinks women should be subjugated, I don't do it. I tell my daughter all the time, like, I want to be a grandmother. Like, do you understand that having grandbabies would literally make me the happiest woman in the world? And I tell my daughter, like, do not have babies with an American man. Go find someone else in another country with a better system, with healthcare, with maternity leave, with a cultural concept of familial support. Because I'm a single mom, like, there's only so much that I can do for my children, as much as I do, right? So find a place with strong family values, with strong family that supports women, that supports their reproductive rights, and go have a baby there. But for the love of God, don't do it here.
I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I will never understand mothers or parents who are really struggling because parenting is hard, and then they just try and incorporate more people into the cult and just try and persuade people that it's the most happiest and the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. Which, let me be straight, I love my daughter. She's 3 years old. I love her to bits. Like, that's, I'm just put that out there. But then it's freaking hard. Like, you can probably tell from my voice, I have a viral which I caught from my daughter, which she got from nursery, of course. She's 3 years old. And then I also have conjunctivitis in my eye from, like, both eye. I first got it this side and this side, but it's getting a bit better now because I have eye drops. But anyway, I got it from her, so she had that first last week. Both me and my husband have it this week, and she gave it to my parents as well. So we're all sick, but she's better now. So when she was sick, we were all taking care of her, but now we're all sick and she's running around and we're going psycho. And let me tell you, it's freaking hard when you're sick. It just doesn't stop, okay? It just doesn't stop. Like, you just can't explain to a 3-year-old that you want them to leave you alone because you're sick. They just don't understand. But I will never encourage it. I'll never be like, oh my gosh, the most rewarding thing ever, I'm so happy. Like, oh my gosh, you have to become parents as well. I'm just like, no. Enjoy your life first. Mentally prepare yourself to go down, like, the worst hard experiences ever. Like, you're ready for that, then go for it. But I will never glamorize it and be like, oh my god, so rewarding. Anyway, long story short, coming from a mother, I'm 26 years old, my daughter's 3. I love her to bits, but I will never recommend parenting or motherhood to people that to everyone, not just people that I care about, to everyone. I won't recommend it.
Something she says that stuck with me. She said, enjoy your life first, because once you have your kids, once you have those kids, you're not going to have the time that you had before you became a mom. Like, you can ask any parent, even eating your food alone by yourself is almost going to be impossible, because you're going to share everything, your time, your food, your money, everything with your child. Motherhood literally takes almost everything from you as a woman. It changes your body forever. It alters everything about your life. You have to share your time and everything with your child. Your child is your sole responsibility. It's not an easy job. I like videos like this because, you know, it's better to hear from the horse's mouth. A lot of us don't like hearing the truth, and when women that have not given birth before tell you that they've watched other women and don't want to live that kind of lifestyle, we would shun them, we tell them, we like to, you know, people always have something negative to say. This is why I'm bringing this video to us, for us to see mothers telling us that it is hard, it is not easy, that they do not recommend. If they could go back in time, they may have reconsidered their choices. So yeah, as a society, let's learn to have more honest conversations around motherhood. Although yeah, it's more rampant now. Social media, thankfully, is opening up a lot of conversations, and we're talking about these things, and we're talking about a lot of issues that concern women, motherhood and all. And yeah, the younger generation, we're getting educated. It's a good thing for us, a plus for us. It's a blessing actually for us.
Just don't have kids. If you're not ready to sacrifice the rest of your life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, do not have kids. Everybody comes up with all of this discord, but what they are leaving out is the fact that when you become a parent, life is no longer about you anymore. And miss me with the bullshit that children don't stop anything or they don't come in the way of stuff. Yes, they do. If you are even a fraction of a decent parent, at some point your child or your children is going to come in front of your direct need or desire. They are. It is what it is. And that's what you need to know. Unless you are ready to sacrifice your life for another human being, do not have children. I don't care if you find a man, you find a woman, y'all get married, y'all get the house and the white picket fixed. I don't give a damn. Just don't do it.
As a mom of almost 4, I do everything I can to tell everyone not to have children. But if you don't have children, I'm gonna tell you, don't have kids. They're cute, yeah, sure. And I love them with all my heart. Sure, yeah, but mostly when people say, oh, your mama's hard. Being a parent is the hardest job in the world. It's way more than that. Like, so much more than that, you know? And, after 10 years, 12 years, I'm a pretty calm and patient mom. But I still lose my shit. I still lose my shit all the time. It ain't easy, because you gotta parent yourself, and then parent these kids. And like, they're like humans. They're figuring actually, yeah.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't believe in sacrificing your life for your kids. I don't think that's the natural order that the Creator made it to be. A person should not sacrifice your life, everything about you, your happiness, for your kids. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Yes, there are reasonable sacrifices that you as a parent should make for your children. You should share your time, your money. There are things you should share with your child, but not necessarily sacrificing your life and everything for your child. This is why it's very important for you to plan heavily before you have your kids. Have your funds together before you have your kids. Not trying to figure it out when you already have the kids. No, that's wrong. Because then you would start sacrificing the little that you were supposed to use to take care of yourself for your kid. And then that's when you become miserable and you sing it in that child's ear till they die, that I sacrificed all my life because of you. That's so wrong, and most of our parents did that. There's sometimes parents will say, I sacrificed my child. And I'm like, who the heck told you to sacrifice all this? When you're not supposed to just hold on and not have those kids. If you knew that circumstances were not right for you to have that child. Children require money. Children require your time and a lot of things. You're going to give a lot when you want to raise kids, when you become a parent. So if you are not ready financially, physically, mentally, and otherwise to have a kid, you should not bring those kids into the world. If you're bringing in a child to the world to come and be your emotional support, you're doing it the wrong way. You're doing it the wrong way. So people would say, oh, my child is my everything, my child is my happiness, my child is my joy, my child is the source of my joy. That is a lot of responsibility to place on a child. Your child is not your source of joy. That child is a human being. Your child should not be the source of your joy. So when that child offends you, you're going to die. Are you going to die? I feel like that is emotional manipulation, and it is not right. As a parent, you should have a beautiful life that you have made for yourself outside of your kids, and not expecting your kids to come and fulfill an emptiness that you yourself cannot feel, we're not able to feel before you had your children. We talk a lot about trauma on this channel a lot. This is where it starts from. When your parents have expectations, they have expectations before you were even born. They expect you to fill the void in their life. Now you, as a human being that came into this world with your own dreams, with your own aspirations, as a full-blown human being that God created with their own dreams and a mind of their own, if you do not fill in that emptiness for them, if you don't do the things that they expect you to do, it turns into something else. They begin to abuse you. They begin to, manipulate you. They turn your life into a living hell, literally. So there are lots of instances of this, and it happens in different degrees in different families. So as women, I believe every parent, every woman, every human being should find their joy and happiness, fulfillment in their lives first, and then plan and make sure that you really genuinely want to have a child before you have that child. Have your kids for the right reasons. Let us make the world a better place. Yeah, that is all I had to share, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And thank you guys for always watching. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. I would like to know if you're a mom. I want to know if you recommend having kids. How's the journey been so far? And thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And I remain your girl Joy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.